hope you're very well. I don't know whether you've just got up, so you might be feeling a little bit stiff, or you might have been up for hours already, in which case you'll be all ready to go. So as always, it's really important that you listen to how you are feeling. So we're going to start standing up today. So let's get on our feet, and I'll move a little bit further back. Good morning. So let's start with coming up onto tiptoes and bringing the heels down. Coming up onto tiptoes and down. I hope it's as sunny where you are. And then interlacing the fingers, turning the palms away and all the way up towards the ceiling. And then separating the hands to come down. Let's interlace the fingers, turn the palms away, coming up towards the ceiling, and separating the hands to come down. We're standing up today, breathing in to lift up, and breathing out to come down. See if you can change the interlace. Have a thumb on top. A couple more of these, really reaching up towards the ceiling. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Beautiful. And then taking the feet a little bit wider apart. So we're going to start with your left hand reaching up and have an active stretch there, so you can already feel it through the side. And then coming over to the right. So you can let the other arm dangle, or you can have the hand on your hip. And once you've been there for a couple of breaths, you might be able to go a little bit deeper. But don't worry if not. And then taking that top arm down. Let's do the same to the other side. So reaching up through the right arm, coming over to the left. And either other hand on the hip, or you can let the arm relax, really let the shoulder go. And coming out again. So let's do that again each side. So we're going to reach up through the left arm, have the stretch there already, then over to the side. And this time, either with hand on the hip or relaxed, looking down over your right shoulder at the floor. Keep on reaching up through the left fingertips. And then turning the head to look the other way. And you might be able to turn your chest slightly as well. And then bring that arm down. Let's do the same to the other side. So reaching up high, coming over to your left, and then looking down over the left shoulder at the floor. Keep reaching through the right fingertips. And then turning the head to look up, and you might be able to turn the chest as well. And then take the arm down. From here, let's turn the feet out so they're about a 45-degree angle. We're going to have the hands on the hips and sit back. So breathing in to come up, breathing out to sit down. I didn't want to shut the curtains to stop the sunlight coming in, but I hope you can see me okay. So sitting back, it's totally up to you how deep in the squat you go. So from the side, let me just show you. So we're sitting back. Let's bring the arms in. So next time we come down, I'm going to bring the arms up in front. Breathing in to return. Breathing out to sink down. Breathing in to come up. Let's do it 3 more times. That's it, last one. Brilliant. And then taking your left foot forwards and the right foot back. You can keep a smaller stance if you want, or you might take the feet wider if there's no hip or pelvis problems. I'm going to face in the direction that the left toes are pointing in. Let's bend our left knee and take the arms up. So as the arms come down, I'm going to straighten the front leg. Breathing in, looking up, hands lift, front knee bends, and then taking the arm down. You can always keep your hands on the hips. If it's a step too far to take the arms up and down. So breathing in to reach up. If the arms are moving, breathing out to come down again. And then let's all have the hands on the hips. We're going to keep a bend in the front knee and have the back heel on the floor to begin with. So I'm lifting up onto the tiptoes and then sinking the heel back down again. So it's just the foot doing the work. Sinking the heel down, we can breathe in as we lift up onto the tiptoes Hello, whoever's just joined. So we're coming up onto the tiptoes of the back foot and then sinking the heel down. Let's do that one more time. And then the last thing we're going to do on this side is to keep the front knee bent and bend the back knee. So it might be a tiny little bend, so that might be enough, or you can go a bit deeper. You really need to feel what's right for you. So either a little bend or a deeper bend. If you're keeping the stance shorter, you can just do a tiny little bend, that's okay. One more of those. And then little steps to bring the feet back together, and we'll do it on the other side. So right foot forwards, left foot back, going to bend into the front knee. So you're facing in the same direction as the right toes. Going to breathe in, taking the arms up, maybe looking up, and then breathing out to straighten the front leg as the arms come down. So we're keeping the shoulders over the hips. You can always keep the hands on the hips if you prefer. So we're making the movement from that front knee. Okay, one more time. And then switching to the back leg. So we're coming onto the tiptoes of the back foot and then sinking the heel down. Let's keep a bend in that front knee. So breathing in to lift up, breathing out to sink down. So you're controlling the movement with the foot, nice and steady, keeping your balance. One more time. And then keeping the bend in the front knee. I'm going to bend the back knee as well, bending a little bit or a lot. Up to you. The more you bend the knee, the more you'll feel it in a couple of days. Good morning, whoever's just joined. So last one of these. And then little steps to bring the feet back together. So let's come on to hands and knees. Just going to bring my camera a little bit further forwards. So having your hands underneath your shoulders, knees under the hips. You can always have a cushion if that feels nicer. So starting with a cat pose, rounding the back and then breathing in to look in front. So rounding the back, breathing out, and then breathing in, letting the spine go the other way. If you're pregnant, not lifting the head too far, but looking just a little in front of you. Breathing out and breathing in to lift. And then let's take the hands a little bit further forward, so where the fingertips end at the moment, bring the heel of the hand. And we're going to do that again, rounding the back, breathing in to lift the head. And I want you to try bringing the weight a little bit further forwards over the hands. And if we shift the weight in relation to the hands and knees, we can change which part of the back we're accessing. So now bring it a little bit back, hips over the knees. You might not be able to move quite as much, but just have a go. Lovely. And then from here, we're going to round the back and sit down towards the feet. And you might need to take the knees a little bit wider to make that comfortable, toes together. Breathing in to come forwards and lift up. Breathing out to round the back and sit back. So try to follow your own breath, letting the breath lead. So because you're breathing in, you're coming forwards and up. Because you're breathing out, you're rounding the back and sitting back. And then let's take the hands back underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're going to come into a downward dog, tucking the toes under. Let's push into the hands and feet to lift up. So keeping some bend in the knees initially. If you're happy to stay there, bending one knee and the other knee. If it doesn't suit you today to be in the downward dog, you can make a rocking with the knees on the ground instead. If you're happy to be in the downward dog, try and let your head relax, looking back between your legs, head heavy, either pedaling on the spot, or you can lift up onto the tiptoes and sink the heels down. And then let's bend the knees. And for everybody, we're going to take the knees a little bit wider, big toes together, and sit back into child's pose. So bottom towards the feet. And then you can either make a pillow for your head, if your head can't reach the ground, or you can bring your forehead all the way to the floor. So folding forwards into child's pose. If your hands are free, so you're not using them as a pillow, you can take the elbows as wide as possible. And just taking 3 breaths here. Breathing in, and a long breath out. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the mouth. One more of those. Lovely, and then we're going to come a second time into downward dog. If you are not coming up into that, stay on hands and knees, and you're going to circle the hips. I'll show you in a moment. If you're coming to downward dog, take the hands wider, so to the edges of the mat. Knees and feet wider to the edges of the mat if you're using one. Tucking the toes under, pushing into hands and feet just like before. And again, we can bend one knee and the other knee. And it can just feel really nice to have some space by having the feet and hands wider. If you're preferring to have the knees on the ground, you can do a circle, big horizontal circle with the hips instead. And then if you're circling, changing direction. If you're up in the downward dog, coming up onto tiptoes, lifting the hips high, setting the heels down. And again, we're going to bring the knees down, keeping the knees wide, big toes together, sitting back into child's pose. And again, have your head on the ground or on your hands if you need to, but taking the elbows as wide as you can to let the shoulders relax. And again, let's take a few breaths here. Letting the shoulders relax, let the body settle for a moment. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And just check in with your face. Is there tension in your jaw? And you let the jaw relax. Have some space between the upper and lower teeth. Well done. And then using your hands to walk up to a kneeling position, and we're going to come to sitting. So you might want a cushion. I'm going to come slightly to the side so that hopefully I can find the right spot. Let's come over here. There we go. So you can see my face. I'm not complaining about the sun. So sitting cross-legged for a moment. Let's bring the palms together. Breathing in to reach high and taking the arms wide. So breathing in, feel the ribcage lift up away from the pelvis and return. Let's do that again. And then we're going to go the other way. We're going to do something called balloon breathing that my friend Elena was sharing yesterday on her Facebook page. So we're going to breathe in, taking the arms up by the sides. And then as you breathe out, taking the hands down, and we're going to follow down, curling over slightly. Taking the hands wide, breathing in, getting that length through the sides, and then breathing out, curling over. Let's do that a couple more times. So we're going to rub our hands to produce some warmth. Get them really nice and warm. And then bring your hands to the chest. And I want you to think about the warmth from your hands sinking into the body and towards the lungs. You can think about the lungs like balloons, filling, inflating and deflating with the air. So let that warmth sink in towards the lungs. And we're going to go back to that same movement of the arms. really filling the lungs with air. So let's take the arms wide. Big breath in. And then curling over. Breathing in, fill the lungs with air. And it's particularly nice if you're pregnant and the baby's getting bigger, finding some space to breathe into. And to add a sound, sound. In Chinese medicine, this is the sound of the lungs. So like a hissing snake. One more time. Beautiful. Let's come into a side stretch. Left hand reaching out to the left, right arm coming over the top. So have a little bit of a bend in your left elbow. So rather than propping your head up, you can have some space. And you might find you can go a little bit deeper as the muscles here relax. Let's take a breath in to return. Do the same to the other side. Into the sunshine. And again, set yourself up, so a bit of a gap between the shoulder and the head. Bend in the elbow so you can go a little bit deeper. Closing your eyes if you want to. Feel like a cat in the sun. And a breath in to return. So let's come again to each side. So reaching out to your left. Bit of bend in the elbow, setting yourself up. Again, check with the face that you're not gritting your teeth. And then rather than just the arm moving forwards, we're going to move the whole body forwards, reaching away through the right fingertips so you can feel the stretch all the way down to the lower back. And then let's return to the basic side stretch. We're going to go the other way, looking up towards the ceiling, pushing in to the left hand to help you turn. And then let's come back to the middle. So same to the right side, reaching out. And we're going to move the whole body forward, so not just the arm, but the head and the torso as well. Keep reaching through the left fingertips so you can feel it all the way down the back of the body. And then back to the basic side stretch, looking up, pushing into your right hand to help you turn. And returning to basic side stretch and the centre. Let's go into a little twist. So left hand behind you. Right hand onto the left knee, swiveling the head to the back. So as you breathe in, think of sitting nice and tall, like there's a ribbon through the spine, up through the crown of the head, drawing you up straight. As you breathe out, try to let the shoulders go, face relax, maybe a little smile. And slowly untwisting, let's do the same to the other side. Right hand behind, looking over the right shoulder. Maybe letting your eyes close. Feel the inside experience of the twist. And slowly returning. Let's take the soles of the feet together. And you can have as wide a diamond shape as you like. Hands onto the knees. We're going to circle, leading with the chest, with the sternum. Just because if we lead with the head, we tend to start doing this kind of thing. So keeping the length through the spine. It could be a little circle or a big circle. Let's change direction. Beautiful. And then stretching the legs out. So you can have as wide a V shape as you like. I want you to push your heels away, draw the toes towards you, and interlace the fingers. So again, we're going to circle, but you should feel it to the back of your legs now. So reaching forwards with the chest and hands. Try to keep the toes drawing back towards you if it's comfortable. And changing direction, let's go the other way. Okay, and then let's have a little bit of a relaxation. You can sit in a sort of meditation, or if you're in your lounge, you can sit on an armchair and snuggle with a blanket, but it's nice to lie down if you can. So I'm going to lie down, if you're pregnant, on your left-hand side, elbows and knees bent. If you're not pregnant and you happen to be watching, you can always have your back flat on the floor, either with knees bent or legs out straight, depending on what's comfortable for your back. So take a moment to get really comfortable. It's fine to go and grab any extra cushions and blankets that you need. And then once you've done that, have a bit of a wriggle, make any adjustments to make yourself as comfortable as you can be, and close your eyes. And perhaps you'll find yourself sighing because you stopped. And see how much you can give your weight over to the floor or whatever it is that you're sitting or lying on. You might realise, actually, I'm still holding on to tension in my shoulders, and you can let them go. So letting the tongue be soft in the mouth, the lips soft. And connect with the breathing, breathing in, and a slow breath out. Breathing in, and a longer breath. So let's do what I call the resting breath. I'm going to breathe in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3, 4, and maybe longer. So breathing in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3, 4. Just slowing it down, soothing the whole nervous system. So go at your pace now. If you like, you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, if that helps you to let go. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the whole face. Your body heavy. And continuing with that slower, deeper breathing as we do a short yoga nidra. So I want you to take your awareness to the crown of the head, a ripple of relaxation spreading out across the whole of the scalp. Another ripple of relaxation from the space between the eyebrows, rippling out across the face, across the eyebrows and the eyes, the temples and ears, the nose and cheeks, the mouth and chin, the whole face softening. Another ripple of relaxation from the base of the throat, relaxing the neck, the collarbones, the upper chest, and down through the arms, right shoulder, left elbow, right elbow, right wrist, left hand, right thumb, left thumb, and the index fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, and little fingers. It's feeling how heavy and relaxed the arms have become. And as you trace back up through the arms to the shoulders, feel how much the arms have changed. And then take the awareness to the center of the chest, a ripple of relaxation spreading out across the upper chest, the ribs. Another ripple of relaxation spreading out from the navel, relaxing across the whole of the belly. And coming to the hips, we're going to relax down both legs, right hip, left knee, right ankle, left foot, right big toe, left big toe, the second toes, third toes, fourth toes, and little toes. Taking awareness to the back of the body, and a ripple of relaxation spreading from the sacrum out across the tailbone and the buttocks and the lower back. Another ripple of relaxation from between the shoulder blades, spreading out across the shoulder blades and the upper and middle back. And returning to the crown of the head where we started. A ripple of relaxation spreading all the way through the body now. Every nerve, every muscle, every fibre of your being relaxing more and more. And with this feeling of relaxation and delicious heaviness, as if you could just sink down a little bit more. As you breathe in, a feeling of lightness, as if you could float up. Breathing out, a feeling of deliciously heavy sinking down. And breathing in, switching to a feeling of lightness, effortlessly floating up. Breathing out, heavy. Breathing in, light. How would it be to be heavy and light at the same time? What would that be like? How would it be to be light and heavy simultaneously all the way through the body? And then dropping those opposites, and we're going to count down together. Let's breathe in. And as you breathe out, seeing the number 5 in your mind's eye. Next breath out. 4, just letting a little more go every time. 3, relaxing physically and emotionally. 2, 1, 0. Feeling that you've arrived in a place of deep rest, feeling safe and well. A place of pure being. Nothing that you need to do, nowhere you need to be, just this moment of being here right now. Witnessing, being present to the here and now. And taking some more breaths to really marinate in this feeling of calm. And then let's count up again. After we've said our affirmation, you can always use your own instead. I'm going to use a really simple one. All is well. All is well. All is well. And then counting up to bring energy into the body. You can start with breathing in, seeing or saying the number 1. Next inhalation. 2, spreading energy down to the legs. 3, all the way down through the arms, the fingertips. 4, and to the top of the head. 5, feeling more energized but relaxed at the same time. Let's take some deeper, looser breaths. Breathing in, sighing or yawning. Maybe how you feel is enough to turn your mouth up into a smile and feel that smile echo all the way down through your body. Beginning to wriggle fingers and toes, moving wrists and ankles. And if you need to get on with the day, feeling more and more awake, ready to use your hands to push up to sitting. And just through the day, connecting in with the breath, taking those little moments of mindfulness to reconnect with this feeling of calm that you just had. Thank you so much for joining me. See you next Wednesday or in class. Bye.